Hello everyone, this is Drew and I'm being joined by Ray for a special side session. So, Ray, we're doing this to introduce your new character, since Kadira met her unfortunate and untimely end.
Yeah, poor girl.
Yep. But now who are we gonna purposefully call a lizard person even though that's incorrect?
So the non-lizard person is called Princess Viespe,
So,
daughter of Roger and king of the Jew men.
so you admit that the other person was a lizard person?
No, neither of them are lizard people. I do not play lizards.
Well, not yet.
Well, maybe. If we meet like a talking lizard, I might have to pull an Ash and voice them for the memes.
Okay, so how do you want to start this?
Well, so for her backstory, she used to date, or she was used to date, and then she was married to Harrison Ford because she is a knockoff of Princess Vespa from Spaceballs.
You want to try that again? You said Harrison Ford.
Oh my god, I said Harrison Ford. Yes, she was married to Harrison Jones,
Okay.
who was in the party, unlike Harrison Ford.
Yeah. Yeah, we couldn't afford to hire Harrison Ford. I checked, his rates were too high.
Yeah. Yeah, so she was married to Harrison Jones, who we're pretending is the same person as Lone Star.
Mm-hmm.
But she was a jerk to him, and so he left her. And she has all sorts of wounds from that. But then he wrote her a letter, someplace in space, from Onwordia, like, talking about, oh yeah, I'm gonna introduce Jason, blah blah blah. My good friend buddy Jason, we met him that one time, remember? But then and he said, so this is the crew, this is what I'm doing now, hi, sorry I left you, but also, like, you were being a bit of a jerk, so, and so she was like, well, I really want adventure, and I've been training really, 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 really hard with, like, guns and swords and lots of fun stuff, with my dad's armor and, Captain of the Guards, so I think it's time for me to go meet this party and all these people. And so she is heading to Onwordia, to try to find her husband, because they never got divorced. She doesn't know that were captured.
Okay. So you're on your path to Onwordia, hopping through the star systems, and once you arrive there, you receive a message. Claims to be from a man named Nick Fury, who says that he wants to meet you on the planet's side, in a tavern known as the Manticore's Tavern, just outside of New Mushroomton.
Alright, he might have a lead on Harrison, so let's go.
Okay. Is she gonna harass any gnomes in the city?
No, I don't think she needs to.
Any dwarves,
She's
anything
only
like that? Any dwarves, anything like that?
No, I don't. She doesn't need to unless anyone, like, wolf whistles or, like, spits at her.
Okay.
Then she's gonna give him a full.
Yeah. So she doesn't have height issues like Kadira did?
No.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to follow the instructions well enough and make it to the spooky tavern in the middle of the woods. And there seems to be a kid's birthday party going on. And these parents, they're just letting the kids run around everywhere.
Ew, gross. Hopefully they don't step on my dress, because I'm wearing a nice dress. I dress to impress.
Yeah, one of them sees you and runs up. He says, "Are you the princess for the party?"
I am not here for any party, but I am a princess.
Are you Princess Elsandra?
No. I am Princess Viespe, daughter of Roger, queen of the Drewmen.
And a man, like, mostly staring at his phone says, "Oh, is that who I hired? Okay, stage is that way."
You did not hire me. I am here on official business.
And with that, you hear probably the deepest sigh you've ever heard. And from right behind you at a table is a rather muscular-looking black man with an eye patch.
Are you Fury?
In many senses of the term, yes. Take a seat.
Okay, I sit down.
So, been hearing a lot about you, Princess Viespe. Viespe, very well. So, you want to tell me why you've been poking around asking so many questions about this man, and he holds up a Polaroid of Harrison Jones in a mugshot?
Oh goodness, what has he gotten himself into? Yes, that is my husband. I haven't seen him in many, many months, but I'm looking for him.
Well, that makes two of us. Now, let me show you some other photos, and you tell me who you recognize. And he holds up what appears to be a young British man holding a wooden stick. Do you know who this is?
Who?
Okay.
No.
Next, he holds up the photo of a robot wearing a sprayed-on tuxedo. How about this?
What even is that? Who are you? Why are you questioning me?
One more question, and he holds up the photo of a red lizard woman.
What is that?
Good question. We're pretty sure her name was Kadira. Or is. Might have been an alias. These 4 people came to my planet to wreak havoc a number of weeks ago. And I think we both have an interest in tracking down at least one of them. How'd you like to share an interest in tracking all 4?
Not really.
Okay. But perhaps there is something that might interest you. And he takes out a small bag, empties it out, and on there is 10 gold pieces, which he slides your way. That's just for listening. If you want to hear the rest of my pitch.
I talk coins. Okay, what's the rest of your pitch?
I want you to bring me back alive as many members of this party as you can. You're probably wondering why I asked you to meet me here specifically.
Okay.
This was the last known location of those 4 troublemakers before they left the planet.
Okay, so I am on the right track. Good,
yes. Good. I met with an elf here yesterday named Bodai Windwalker, who admits to having met with 3 of them. But when I asked about the location of the robot, he simply gave me a rather obnoxious smile and said that the truth would be revealed to me in time.
Where was this man? Who was he? Who is he?
Not completely sure. He led me out into the woods, and when I tried to shoot him, he just redirected the bullet.
Oh, okay.
Probably just a wandering hippie.
Okay. So where can I find him?
I don't know. He's made some vague comment about he finds the people who need to find him.
Well, I guess he'll find me at some point.
Perhaps. Now,
How can I? Where can you meet him, though? I'd like to speed up the process.
In these woods, I went out for an evening walk and he showed up. But the important thing, and he gestures over to a waiter who walks over terrified. Now, tell this woman what you told me yesterday. I overheard 3 of the people in question discussing their plans of where they were going to go next.
So where was that?
They mentioned something about going to a Disney planet to visit someone named Doofenshmirtz.
Doofenshmirtz. Do they say anything about what this Doofenshmirtz thing is?
I think he's some kind of pharmacist.
Okay. Why would Harrison go see a pharmacist?
I don't know, you're his wife. Did he mention anything last time you spoke to him?
That was months ago.
Okay. Well, here's the important part. That particular part of space is being controlled by a galactic empire. They're allies of ours, and they help maintain order in the universe.
Okay.
They currently have a bounty on your husband's head.
Got it.
So, would you rather see the Harrison be turned over to me, over to them, or maybe that he just doesn't cause any more trouble anymore?
I think the not causing any more trouble anymore.
Good. So if you catch up to him first and you can, talk some sense into him, then that'd be great.
I'll see what I can do.
But as for these other three, well, the lizard woman just strikes us as extremely dangerous. We're not completely sure what to make of her. But the most interesting target is this man, Anthony Goldstein. Do you know what a wizard is?
I think my father has one in his court, but we don't talk about him much.
Anthony Goldstein has the ability to warp reality to meet his desires. That said, he is also considered to be rather dangerous and is willing to turn on his crew when he needs to. From our understanding, he has no qualms against hurting his allies if it also means hurting his foes.
Oh, how interesting.
Yes. We also have reason to believe that he threw a woman off a train and stole government property from her.
Oh, he does not sound like a nice person.
He is not.
I peer closer to the picture. How old is he?
About 18.
Ugh.
Yes.
I mean, we all make stupid mistakes when we're 18, but murder?
Yes. He's currently traveling with a very special government suitcase with a shipment of Szechuan sauce. Do you know what that is?
I think I might have had it once or twice. Not my favorite.
Well, seeing as you're royalty, that's not too surprising. Suffice it to say, it's extremely valuable.
Okay. If you say so.
Yes. We need the contents of that safe returned back to our headquarters on Earth.
I can help with that, I guess, if I end up going that way.
Good. And if you're unable to detain this Anthony Goldstein, we would still like for you to give as much information on him to us as you can. And he hands you a small device about the size of an iPod.
What's this?
It's a simple communicator. You can use this to save any notes you have on him, and it will be immediately transmitted back to us. You could also, in theory, use this if you needed emergency extraction, but we cannot necessarily guarantee that we'd be able to get you in time, based on how dangerous these entities are.
Okay, thank you. So who are you with? What are you?
My name is Nicholas Fury, and I am the director of the Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement and Logistics Division, a branch of the United States government that specializes in dealing in extraterrestrial threats to our home.
How interesting. Okay, so Mr. Fury, thank you very much for meeting with me. I'll go off now and look for my husband. Do you have any maps, maybe, so I can get to this Doofenshmirtz, the Disney system?
Tell you what, I'll do you one better. And he slides you a metallic card. You use that when you get to the warp gate at the edge of the system. Type in the code there, and it will immediately warp you to the Disney system. Now, here's the thing about that particular planet. Its chronology is unstable.
Okay.
You're going to need to be very careful when you land on it, otherwise, well, you could end up at any time in any place.
Got it. So land carefully.
Yes.
I can do that. I'm an ace pilot.
Okay. Just like your husband, right?
Yes, he taught me everything I know.
That is concerning.
About flying. I don't share his other tendencies.
Yes. And one more question. How did you come about acquiring your ship?
Oh, it's my father's. He let me use it so I could go out and find my husband.
Okay, that's fine. We just had to ask because Harrison, he did steal a ship when he kicked a wall from the Imperial army.
Of course he did. Of course he did. That was too good to be true.
Yes, and it was a highly experimental and extremely dangerous model that was capable of warping across the galaxy. In theory, it could have taken you straight from Earth to Avataria if you knew what you were doing.
And he didn't let me use that feature?
Are you saying you knew of him while he had this ship?
Well, yes. We've been on it together many, many times. Like, that's where we had our large adventures before we got married.
So you knew that he was a deserter?
I didn't know where it came from. I thought it was just his.
You know, there might be enough fraud here for you to seek an annulment based on the marriage if you're interested, depending on how much he lied to you about.
I still love him. But I'll keep that in mind if needed.
Well, I hope he remembers you.
He wrote me a letter. He probably remembers. He has to.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what are the odds that it was just some sort of imposter or doppelganger that sent you that letter, right? He says with an extremely straight face.
He gave me intimate details. So, it must have been him.
Well, then you should have no problem tracking him down. Any more questions?
Nope.
Very well, then. I need to get headed home. And with that, he gets up and walks out of the bar. And now a large manticore woman walks over to you and says, ma'am, are you going to order something or just hog the table all night?
I'm just leaving. I'm sorry.
Very well. And to clarify, you're not with the birthday party over there?
No. I am Princess Vespa. I am much above that.
Oh, you're a cosplayer. Well, okay, then. Have a good evening.
Oh, I said Vespa, not Fiesta. Whoops.
Also, I think I figured out my new lizard woman routine. It's just everyone's just gonna think that you're an entertainer princess, not a real one.
No! I'm gonna get so mad.
Okay.
Or she's gonna get so mad.
So tell me, what does Princess Viespe's ship look like?
Search up Spaceballs ship.
Wait, that RV thing?
Like, no, it's the Mercedes that she escapes in, like, the Just Hitched.
Huh. Okay. So you have a Spacedes?
Yes, a Mercedes.
Well, okay. Where is Vespa gonna go from here?
I think we are going to take the ship and head to the Pixar system.
The Pixar system? Are you sure that's where you want to head?
Disney system.
Correct.
My brain goes wee.
I mean, if you want, we can meet up with the people from Coco first, or maybe some Walians.
Oh, I could see the robot. I could see the weird robot that I was just introduced to by means of the Fury Gesture.
Okay, so you're flying off then?
Yes. Vroom, off we go.
So, this is quite the nice ship, you hear a voice say from behind you.
Hello? Who is this?
You turn around and there's just like some weird goblin dude just sitting in your back seat.
What are you?
Oh, hi. My name is Gregory.
Okay. And what are you doing in my ship, Gregory?
Aren't you the spoober?
The who now what?
The space Uber.
No, I am not. Go away.
Well, we're kind of in outer space right now. Where do you want me to go?
Out.
I mean, I could open up the door, but then we would both be sucked into the vacuum of space.
Fine, you can hitch a ride. We're going to the Disney system.
Okay.
Where do you even want to go?
Oh, I thought we were going in the other direction, but this is fine.
Yes, it is, because this is where we're going.
Ah, so, So are you like a space taxi, then, or?
No,
Oh!
this is my private vehicle, and I am going to my destination.
Oh, I get it. You're going to your next gig?
No, I'm going to find my husband.
Ah, okay. So is this like a... Oh, you're going to... You're having like a destination wedding? Or this is like a themed honeymoon? Did you get separated?
No,
Then what's with the princess costume?
I am a princess. I am Princess Viespe. Viespe, Roger, King of the Drewmen.
Can we just say that you spend the next 3 days giving this guy a history lesson on your planet?
Yes, I do.
Nice. So by the time you arrive just outside of Disney Earth, this guy's like, oh, okay. So you are a princess then.
Yes.
Yeah. So why'd you marry Harrison? Oh, look, we're here. Not gonna make you roll for this. We can just say that you managed to successfully land near where Nick Fury told you to.
Great.
But you are barreling towards a strange-looking tower. Quick, what do you do?
Fly around it.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I tell you, like part of this tower just for some reason juts outwards to the side, and you just fly in around the other side, just underneath the bottom of the building, or bottom of the top part of the building.
Exactly. I'm really brilliant.
And as you do, you could swear that you could almost hear a jingle playing. Something evil pharmaceuticals? Who knows?
Interesting. Pharmaceuticals?
And as you slingshot around the side of the building, you do notice on it that it seemed that the sign says Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated.
Ah, okay. Doofenshmirtz. That's who my husband was going to see.
Ah.
All right.
So where do you park the ship? On top of the tower or at the
little jet out area? It's a pretty small ship, so it'll fit.
Ah, well, we've landed. And this guy steps out of the car, walks forward 5 feet, and suddenly you hear a snapping sound as he's being suspended up a tree and dangling from his ankle, and you hear a voice say, "Ah, Perry the Platypus, how unexpected." Oh, who are you? You're not Perry the Platypus.
No, that's Gregory.
More space travelers? A second very similar voice comes out, and this guy's wearing a dark costume, whereas the first one's wearing a lab coat. Don't worry, Doff, I got this. So, are you with the, are you with the Fireside Girls? Are you delivering muffins?
No! I'm looking for my husband. Did you see him? Harrison Jones and crew, with a leader called Kadira?
Ah, Harrison Jones. Yes, I remember him. He came here a couple of days ago and was causing all sorts of trouble in my penthouse.
Oh, so where did he go?
Let's see now. I know he had a run-in with the FAA, the FBI, the OWCA. Let's see.
Oh,
Now, the NSA. Yeah, pretty much every alphabet bureaucracy out there. Whatever happened to him? Was that the guy we kicked off the side of the building? No, that was the other guy.
you kicked someone off the building?
Oh, don't worry. It was just a platypus, and he had a parachute.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, don't you remember? His friends sold him to my friends. Your former friends, you mean? Oh, yeah, right. I got fired.
I'm not even gonna ask. Not even gonna ask.
Oh, so you don't want to know? Because we have a whole musical number prepared.
Well, then I would like... okay.
His name was Harrison Jones, made of flesh and bones, and...
Oh my...
His reign went across the galaxy entire, captured by the Empire, and sold out by his crew.
He was captured by the Empire?
Yeah. Well, technically, it was more of a sellout than a capture.
Do I even want to join this crew?
Let's see now. Well, the crew, they basically gave the Empire Harrison, and in exchange, the Empire left the city. They were going to help us take it over. But then again, that probably would have violated my parole. So maybe it was a good thing. I'm still hanging up here, guys. Oh, sorry about that. And they cut him down.
So Harrison's gone.
Well, he's not dead, probably. They would extract a lot of information out of him first.
Well, if I want to get him back, I'll have to meet his friends.
Yes, I think that they were headed for, the mysterious river? No, Lake Erie. Right, Lake Erie. They were going to try to capture a boat.
Oh, okay. Can I leave my, ship with you guys? Will you keep it safe?
You don't want to take it to get over there? Or are you going to take a Greyhound?
Well, how did they get there?
Oh, they hopped through a series of portals. Oh, yeah, wait, this is assuming that they made it there alive. They might still be trapped somewhere in another dimension.
Well, if they are, I'll have to rescue them.
Yeah.
Why were they going to Lake Erie?
Oh, to get a magical boat. Yeah, some guy named Jason thought it was a good idea.
Oh, yeah, Harrison told me about Jason.
Yeah, that guy was a real weirdo, and he kept, aggravating the lizard woman.
Oh, Kagura is a dragonborn, so she wouldn't like him. I wonder how they're doing now.
I'd like to point out that you have no way of knowing that Kadira is a dragonborn unless you're intimately familiar with the species and can immediately recognize one.
No, Harrison told me about her in his letter to me.
Okay.
He gave me like a little bit of like info on the crew. She's a little bit jealous of Viespe's a little bit jealous of Kadira because she's getting so much attention, and like Kadira got Viespe's old room on the Sparrow.
Okay.
So.
Oh, wait a minute. I have an idea. And Doofenshmirtz pulls out what almost looks like a gun from his lab coat.
I pull out my gun.
Oh, wow. Oh, you also have a portal to Lake Erie in Ator?
I slowly put it away.
Yes, I built this 5 minutes after they left. I realized that it would have made so much more sense just to warp them directly there.
Okay, I guess I'll take that.
Oh, okay. And he shoots the air in front of you, and suddenly it's almost like a hole in reality opens up, and you can see what appears to be the deck of a ship, and then open water ahead of you.
Huh. Hey, Gregory. I've enjoyed these past 3 days with you. Would you like to come along, join us?
Oh, I guess so. I don't have anything better to do since you kidnapped me.
I didn't kidnap you. You hopped in my ship, and I went to where I was going.
Well, okay then.
And we hopped through the portal.
And as you hop through the portal, you suddenly see a skull wreathed in flames, appears to be talking to a group of people, but you can't quite catch what it's saying, as it finishes up just as you enter. And I think that's where we're going to end this session.
Alrighty.
Oh wait, but actually, first, very importantly, as you're perusing this ship, First, you see the strange British guy, the very dangerous one that Fury told you about.
Okay.
Then you see just some weird-looking dude, probably barefoot. I don't know. Ash didn't really describe his character. I just imagine Chad being like a barefoot guy wearing overalls. That's how I pictured him, and like a straw hat.
Okay.
And then you also see, slumped on the ground, is the body of Kadira.
Oh, shit.
That's where we wrap this up.
Alrighty.
Alright. Anything else you want to add?
No.
You want to punt the goblin into the water?
No, I like the goblin. Gregory's my friend.
Well, okay then. Glad you enjoyed the session. Well, okay, Jack, we're finally doing it. We are now visiting Harrison to see what his life in prison is like.
Yay!
How do you want to start this?
Not cooperating with the guards.
That's what I figured. Okay, but tell you what, have you given them any information yet? Right now, you've been in prison for about a week.
No.
And you've spent most of that time in an Inquisition cell. And you spent a great deal of time in the Inquisition cell suspended. Against a wall. No nails involved, though. Don't worry, they're not crucifying you.
No. So I'm just up on a wall.
Yep. Heavily restrained.
Okay.
Yep. There are no guards in the room, though. They are all stationed outside in the hallway.
Okay.
The only real lighting in this room is just like a low red light.
Okay. So, can I move my hand, like, at all?
Nah, not really. You can move it a little bit in the restraints, but you can't really get it anywhere.
What kind of restraints are we talking about here?
Seems to be some kind of space steel.
Space steel?
Yeah.
Just normal handcuffs. Nothing...
Well,
energy.
It's like full on like hand restraints almost, like a metal cuff, like a full mitten almost.
Like a full, like a covers the whole hand.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
So I can't wiggle my hand around.
Nah.
Okay.
And after a few hours of you being suspended in there, the guards come back in. It's two stormtroopers accompanied by a man in a dark suit who never introduced himself, but he does seem vaguely familiar.
Do I know you?
Not exactly, but I know you.
How do you know me? Did I personally make your life horrible? Did you give me orders and I made your life horrible that way? Or did I steal, maim, or brutally murder anybody involved with you?
Suffice it to say, you've made my life quite horrible.
Oh, so you're absolutely nobody.
And you can call me the captain formerly known as Major. Do you want
So
to
you
know?
got
You want to know how I got that demotion?
because of me.
Oh, not exactly, but more of just for people like you. Turns out even the Empire has its limits on interrogation techniques, but oh, this far out in the...
You're the super nice guy.
Suffice it to
I
say,
thought
though,
the base requirement to work for the Empire is you had to be a raging dick. That's why I left.
so tell me, Harrison, have you had anything to eat today?
Nah, I'm good.
So am I, then.
I feed on the sadness and misery of all you stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Just so we're clear, you're all the same.
Yes, I bet you just see me as the rest of them, don't you?
Yeah. You're monotonous. You don't do anything fun.
Yeah, but would you like to be able to do something fun?
Sure. What you got in mind?
Oh, well. How would you like to be able to take a walk by yourself up and down the hallway? How would you like to be able to eat a meal with the other prisoners?
That sounds nice.
All you gotta
You
do
do
is
take
cooperate.
these restraints to be off this planet in about a day.
Oh, don't worry. For one restraint you see, there are 4 that you don't. But tell you what. You just tell me some information and we can release some of the visible restraints. That sound fair?
So, who's the Inquisitor here? Or do I get vague personally? So, just curious. I kind of wanted to pop by and say hi to good old Darth.
If you're trying to get audience with a Sith Lord, well, perhaps that can be arranged based on how much you cooperate.
I'm not going to cooperate, but good on you for trying, I guess.
Okay, let's start with
see why
something
you're-
simple. And he holds up a photo of Anthony. Do you know who this man is?
Just a wizard.
What's your relationship
Nah.
to this wizard?
He's really good at shooting cannons.
You saw him operate a cannon?
Yeah.
How did you meet this wizard?
Met him at a coffee shop.
Yes, we heard stories of that coffee shop. You joined this wizard, as well as this lizard woman, shows up a photo of Kadira, and this rogue droid, in assaulting Earth law enforcement. Is that correct?
Why do you care? You're the Empire. Isn't it your job to cause pain and suffering?
No. Our job is to create order in the universe.
No, you just like killing people.
Well, it's an
Disagree with
unfortunate side effect. Sometimes there must be pain before there can be restructuring.
There was structure. And there was peace after the Clone Wars. Y'all got rid of all the droids. And the separate lost. So why are things worse again?
Must you stick
Yeah,
with this
but-
false narrative?
Y'all are better. Y'all are worse than the droids. At
Well,
least
then,
the droids.
if you like the droids so much, allow me to leave you in the company of one. And in wheels, a very simple droid. It actually just looks like a jukebox on wheels. And they step out, close the door behind him, and it starts playing at a very loud song, just a long playlist of Justin Bieber music.
Oh. Okay.
At like an ear-piercing volume.
Oh.
That goes on for about an hour, and then this guy comes back in, and the machine powers down.
Is that it? Like, is that really it? You do realize it's not that bad. He just made some questionable decisions with his management.
add the note to the file that this guy's a believer. See?
There's nothing you can do to break me. You can't broke what's dead inside, so.
Yes. That's why we've realized that the use of physical torments is a bit outdated for the likes of you.
Yeah. Oh, my mind's also a can of worms, so.
Yes. But we do know that there are things you care about. That ship, for example.
Yeah. Like money.
Yeah. Yes. And we believe that you were friends with a Wookiee at one time?
I'm more than happy to steal from literally anybody. Doesn't matter.
Yes. Is that really how you feel? Are you
Yeah.
sure there isn't some grander piece to this? Any plot?
Other than getting the galaxy rid of you guys, don't have much else planned. I might retire and buy a sailboat, but that's a little ways off.
Yes. But
And also, I kind of want to go back to Earth and try and make up with S.H.I.E.L.D. Because those guys actually have the right idea. It's just I like stealing things. And they don't really like that.
But in our observations of you, you're not just some callous thief. You appreciate the value of life.
Oh, yeah. Unlike y'all.
Which is why you should be very concerned about the news of the village we just banned.
Just more people to make me want to kill you over.
Oh. These weren't just any people. This was a village currently being controlled by, a group of rebels.
Which group of rebels?
Let's
Y'all
suffice it to say that they had set up a number of embasements on the planet Hoth, and we are narrowing down to their main embarkment in a cave.
I don't know. Those rebels. You're not going to catch them.
But perhaps we can negotiate some more of their lives being spared.
I'm pretty sure they'll be fine. They've got a good guy in charge, so.
Very well, then. If that's how you feel, we'll continue this conversation tomorrow.
Cool.
Then, while it passes, someone does come in to offer you some food. Do you accept it at all?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And you hear him whisper to you, "Hey, I've always kind of looked up to you. Might be able to slip you a few extra portions."
Thank you. By the way, don't trust them.
I know.
Don't.
I know.
They want pain and suffering, so.
How'd you get out?
Trying. And also, TIE fighters kind of lean to the left.
Is that how you escaped?
Yeah. I can fly anything.
Huh. Okay. And he heads out. Then, number of hours pass, and your quote-unquote friend returns. Not the food guy, the Inquisitor guy. So, Harrison. I'm not an unreasonable man.
So, quick question.
Yeah.
Do you have that spinny saw blade, or do you just have the one lightsaber? I've always wanted to see one.
Well, perhaps if you cooperate, we can let you see a lightsaber in person.
I like that. I've always wanted to add one to my weapons collection.
So, tell you what. You tell me
Hope hasn't been.
everything you know about the lizard woman. And we can see to releasing some of these restraints.
Everything I know about her?
Yeah.
She doesn't like water. I
Okay.
can tell you that much.
Go on.
You know, Darth might like the person. Well, I wouldn't say too much, but you know, Darth seems kind of related to the guy she's trying to kill. So, from what I've heard.
Now, Harrison, our contacts at S.H.I.E.L.D. tell us that they recovered a derelict S.H.I.E.L.D. ship a few weeks back that was missing one of the bodies of the crew. And the only ship to have passed through the area after that ship went down carried a signature matching the ship that you stole from us. Do you know anything about that?
We may or may not have interrogated and subsequently lost a S.H.I.E.L.D. pilot.
Well, you don't necessarily need to say we. Perhaps you could just say they. But I'm willing to offer
Do
you.
y'all like me? Do y'all want me to not have crimes on my name? 'Cause
Well,
that's what it sounds like. So
here's the deal. You help us take in these three known as Life, Kadira, and Anthony, and we can help set you free. You see, you might not believe this, but in some parts of the galaxy, you are still lauded as a war hero. It fits our image better if you were a reformed bandit who joined the army, then died in combat. We can set up a new identity for you if you cooperate, on the condition that you commit no more major crimes throughout the galaxy. But in order...
who thinks I'm a war hero? My version of good guys or your version of good guys?
Oh, it can be both. Think
It
about
could
how
be
many bandits and space pirates you took out during your time in the Empire. You may have had your own reason to engage in these missions, but they fulfilled the Empire's narrative and kept the space lanes safe for your rebel friends. I'm offering you a chance to do what you always do. Play both sides and sneak out when they're fighting each other. But in order to do that, you're going to need to surrender the third side. This so-called Sparrows gang is one of the most dangerous group of space terrorists that we have dealt with in a very long time. The rebels are predictable. We know what they're going to do. But we have no idea where your friends are going or what their intentions are. We just know that they're very dangerous and that they seem to follow the whim of the moment.
So, all I can tell you on Life is he left. I think he might, and I do mean might, be on Wordia. He might have left. Shit happened there. Things went down, and I don't know what happened to him. And yeah.
So last you saw of him, he left your group and is now wandering around on Wordia?
Yeah. He really liked it there. So
we will speak to our contacts there, and I will talk to you soon. But first, a deal's a deal. And he does release the restraints, and you are able to land on the ground safely.
cool.
You'll find...
Oh, about about the Sith Lord. When do I get to meet him?
Oh, all in due time.
We are on Mustafar, right? Just making sure.
We're on a ship. Its
Oh.
destination is not yet known to you.
Oh.
But perhaps...
I thought we'd gotten somewhere already.
No. But like I said, I am not an unaccommodating man. And he unlocks a cabinet, and it opens up to a small bookshelf. Feel free to enjoy yourself. And they leave the room. So yeah, now you can walk around the... And the lights are now fully on. So you can walk around your small chamber as much as you want.
Cool. Where are the books made out of?
You know, it seems to be that special type of space paper, spaber, that's resistant to catching fire. It doesn't seem to be regular paper.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
the books, they mostly... It is clearly a propaganda
are they hardback
attempt.
or paperback?
What?
Are they hardback or paperback?
They're hardback, but the various books, they're various history books, very clearly written from the point of view of the Empire, and some informational books on how to join the Imperial Army. Yeah, it's a very controlled narrative in this bookshelf.
Oh, yeah.
So is Harrison going to try to read any of them, or is he just going to keep being Harrison?
He's going to keep on being Harrison.
Okay.
And, yeah. So, let's think.
Well, it would be very Harrisonian to use these books to try to learn any weaknesses of the Empire, try to study up on their insides.
Nah, he already knows all their weaknesses.
Yep.
You gotta remember, he was commander of a flight squadron.
Yep.
So.
Okay. You want to do anything with the books then?
I want to make one of the serial killer "fuck you" messages.
Okay, well, you just
spell out "fuck you" on the wall.
Oh, just that?
With bits. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Are you going to use like the really small like main sentences, like main lines, or are you just going to get to like where it's big on like chapter titles?
I am going to jump in between sizes every other word.
Wait, but it's just those two words, right?
Yeah.
So in like really small letters, is it F, and then in big letters U, or what?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so later when this guy returns, you just see him squinting at the walls like, oh. Okay. Well, we have good news. Your job is half done already.
Oh.
Our investigators have confirmed that life is dead.
Yeah.
But do you know what the darndest...
Speaking, I don't know where he's at, because he was an AI.
Yeah, do you know what the darndest thing about that is? He snaps his fingers and suddenly all four soldiers are pointing their rifles at you, and he punches you in the gut.
Yeah.
We asked around, and you were the one who buried him.
Yeah.
You knew exactly where he was and that he was offline.
Yeah.
We don't appreciate the half-truths here, Mr. Jones.
The entire Empire is a half-truth.
And I'd say we have a monopoly on them.
Yeah. Well, I'm jumping into your so-called monopoly. Half-truths and broken promises.
Okay, let's try this one more time. The wizard boy, is he alive?
think. He is a dumbass, but he's a really resourceful dumbass.
Sounds like you.
Kind of. That's why I like him so much.
But to the best of your knowledge, he's alive?
You aren't going to know. I don't know anything about where they're at.
Do you know where they were headed?
We don't do planning.
Do you know what other travel accommodations they would have sought out after losing the ship you stole?
I gave them the ship. If they have it, they should be fine.
The ship was reclaimed by the Empire minutes after you were captured.
Yeah. They fucked up. Let's think. They could be up your ass. That could be where they're at.
Did you point them in the direction of any other allies?
It's a little tight in there. You know I don't have friends. So where would they go?
Make a deception check.
That I can go out.
To remind you, Harrison's deception was a +6. Roll a d20 and add 6. Because you literally told them to seek out Jason.
Is 9 any good?
Commander Jones, I asked you a question.
Yeah.
Did you point them to
so
any other allies or resources for use after your capture?
You're gonna have to, like, jog my memory or something, just due to the fact that I've got so many things going on. Like, how ugly you are. Why y'all wear those ugly uniforms? And also, what's up with the blue and red squares? Like, what does that even mean? It's such a boring design.
Okay, you want me to jog your memory? How's this? He tases you in the leg.
Was that supposed to do anything? It didn't really work. Am I supposed to be afraid of you because you zapped a leg that hasn't really felt much in about 2 days? Y'all should do your research. Y'all train me in torture techniques.
All right. Allow me to clarify something. We kept tabs on your friends. They went to a water park after your disappearance, met up with some, I don't know what he was, I think he was a Jedi who specialized in manipulating the water. They went back to Doofenshmirtz's tower, and then they disappeared.
Oh.
So if you're lucky, Doofenshmirtz had the good sense to vaporize them.
Oh. Yeah, he doesn't have good sense.
Exactly. But tell you what, does that sound familiar at all? Someone who the party would have trusted that had power over water?
You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
Someone who, within 3 seconds of knowing Kadira, would have attacked her.
You're gonna have to be even more specific. That's a lot of people.
Fair point. Someone with water powers who was in the area that would have attacked Kadira within 3 seconds of having known her and would have joined the party.
Well, that could be anyone. We all make terrible decisions. Because who in their right mind would join those people?
You did!
Did I say my mind was 100% up to shape? No. I join y'all. That should be enough indication that I don't make good life decisions.
Yes, I agree. Your mind isn't exactly up to shape. I would love for a chance to be able to reshape it. And he holds out his hand to you, and you suddenly begin to feel almost like someone's squeezing on your temples.
What are you doing?
It begins to feel a lot tighter, and you get a minor migraine.
Did I forget to drink coffee?
You idiot. Maybe this will clarify things. And you suddenly feel yourself get slammed against the wall.
Okay. You do realize I'm dead inside, so beating me up is literally gonna accomplish nothing.
Well, to clarify, no one's touching you right now. You just got, like, slammed against the wall by what you can only assume is magic, I suppose.
So you are an Inquisitor. Can I see it?
See a greater gesture of my power? Very well. And you start to feel yourself almost get picked up by your head.
Huh.
Alright. I've got a much simpler offer. Are you aware of any weaknesses that the wizard boy has? Emotional, physical, spiritual, anything.
Not many.
Is
He's
he a
the toughest
Jedi?
out of us. Is he a Jedi? I told you, he's a wizard.
He drops you.
Y'all have never met any.
He drops you and says, is he able to perform his spells without his wand?
Not to my knowledge.
Good to know.
He's pretty powerful, but yeah, I think he could.
And they leave the room. And your friend comes back in. Your actual supposed friend this time, the one with the food.
Okay.
Hey, you okay, man? Heard what was happening.
Oh yeah. You do realize I was a wing commander here, so.
So you were friends with a wizard and a lizard?
Yeah.
Wow. So you're planning to bust out of here, right?
Yeah.
If I can help you escape...
I kind of need to see a lightsaber for that.
Well, we can worry about that later, but if I can help you, will you take me with you?
Sure. If
Okay.
there's room in the TIE fighter. Can you shoot?
Well, suffice it to say, they didn't have me disciplined for missing.
Oh. Okay.
And after a few more hours, the Inquisitor returns. This time he seems to be holding some sort of metallic cylinder.
Ooh. So you just have the one blade. You don't get two, do you?
Commander Jones, are you attached to your limbs?
You do realize I have an entire ship filled with process, right?
Perhaps you didn't quite understand me. It was a bit of a Darth humor pun.
Y'all's jokes are so terrible.
And he presses a button, and shooting out from it is a orange column of contained plasma.
Why is yours orange? Never mind.
Suffice it to say that my particular blade, in addition to having the greatest technologies accessible throughout the galaxy, is also tempered with some sorcery.
Oh, so you're one of those.
Yes, magic flows through my veins.
So what you're saying is, you got a crutch. You're actually just not good with the sword. You need gimmicks.
From our examinations of you, you learned magics in your travels.
Yeah.
And he throws you a flute.
Oh.
Demonstrate your power for me, and I might spare your limbs.
So, let's get this clear and out of the way. You can only win a fight if you use your gimmicks. And technically speaking, if I take your offer, I outrank you. So I know I'm probably not going to leave this cell. Due to the fact that you are in fact a petty bitch. And can't have anybody like me lording title, rank, pedigree, and the fact that I commanded a Star Destroyer over you. And the fact that I turned down a lower admiral position just so I can fly.
Well, tell me this then. If you're really so amazing, then why did you let the lizard woman boss you around?
Oh, because I got tired of command. You try it out.
Yes, you tend to grow tired of your responsibilities, don't you? That's what I was always told. You would commit to something, stick to it for a few months, and then disappear once the consequences became real. Is that it?
Probably.
I want you... Do you know my name?
Bitch face? Dark Chode, something like that. I can't put my finger on it. So, yeah.
Look at me. Really look at me. Do you recognize these eyes?
Do I recognize them? Kind of. They got that little yellow ring in them. So.
Well, you know
I'm not
something?
really.
I've spent a great deal.
You all look the same.
You know something? I spent a great deal of my life kind of looking up to you, wanting to meet you, wanting to look you in the eye and finally assert my superiority.
What superiority? You can't break me.
Oh, maybe not.
I've been dictating this entire conversation.
And yet it kept flowing in the direction I wanted it to. And I may not be able to break you, but that's not going to make this any less satisfying. Make a dexterity saving throw. He's swinging his lightsaber at you.
16.
Okay, 16. Okay. With that, it's almost like you're able to see it coming, and you're able to manipulate the artificial gravity of the ship to your advantage as you bounce off a wall, and he just swings directly underneath you, landing on the ground with his lightsaber pointed up. Sir, should we engage? One of the stormtroopers asks. No, this is between me and him.
You
Okay.
do realize I was a commander. You're not going to beat me in a fight. I had battle droids train me every day.
Okay. Well,
I
Rander.
know every move you Sith are going to throw at me.
Okay, Rander, you are right
Like
now
playing
armed
a
with
video
a.
game now.
Yep, you're right now armed with a flute, so you have access to any of the bard spells you want to cast.
Look. What do I have access to?
Did we ever figure out your spell list?
I don't think we did.
I know you took that
Do
the
I
minor
have,
illusion spell.
Yeah, let's cast an illusion. Just make a body double of me.
Yeah.
So I can sneak behind him and grab his lightsaber.
Okay, well, to clarify, this isn't going to be as powerful as the one you can cast as Jason. It's more of a cantrip. So it's more just like a flimsy, just like almost two-dimensional Harrison just waving at him, almost as a middle finger. Or maybe he's waving his middle finger. That's up to you. Yep.
Let's do that. Yep.
Yep. Okay. And like he plops up and mostly just out of agitation just swings at it knowing it's a fake. And then he points his lightsaber at you. You really don't know who I am, do you?
You're gonna have to jog my memory.
Okay. Make another dex save.
Keep in mind I want to steal the lightsaber.
Okay. What?
Will an 18 do that?
An 18 total?
Plus I think like 4?
In that case, he brings down his sword on you. And as he does, he says, "Ma always said you were a bitch." But as he's about to make contact, you're able to grab his wrist.
I take the saber.
Realizing that the battle has just turned, he shouts, "Guards, shoot!" Make an attack. If you want, you can make an attack roll to deflect the bolts.
Yeah. $16. I'm rolling really good.
Okay, you're able to deflect 3 of the bolts, but one of them does hit you for, I guess 5 radiant damage. And so now, to clarify, there's 4 stormtroopers and then the Inquisitor on the ground.
I may not have the force, but I am pretty damn good with the sword. You
evacuate the chamber, seal it behind you.
Oh, what?
And they all leave, and you hear the locks engage.
Oh. But I have a lightsaber now, so.
You're not going to make it off this ship alive.
Probably not, but it's worth a try.
With one order, I can get them to disengage the life supports to this chamber. Which they're going to do anyway if you kill me.
Life support?
You know, air.
Air?
Yeah, that thing we
just
need.
Air. We don't have a airlock in here, so.
You don't get each of these chambers is separately sealed in case we need to quickly take care of a dangerous prisoner.
So if I get out of this chamber, I'll be fine. Unless you want it. Well, killing stormtroopers is nothing new to y'all, so. I should know. I got orders to kill a bunch of my troops before.
Yes.
Be friends with me, so.
Well, you know, you and I could have been friends had you just cooperated. Instead, you decided to make things difficult.
Alright, that's what I do. It just depends on who's paying me more.
Yep, you always were a quick flight, weren't you?
Fastest in the galaxy. I'm half the reason you have defenders. So.
Just tell me something. Does the name Lily Ferguson mean anything to you?
I haven't heard of her.
That's what I thought. How about you just go ahead and take care of both of us right now? Think about it. You'll go down as the guy who defeated Harrison Jones.
So I'm the guy who beat me?
Yeah. If you kill me right now, then you rob anyone else of being able to defeat you.
Oh, so you're saying killing you is suicide?
Yep.
I've done that before. Let's,
But hey, I've already gotten what I wanted out of life.
let's chop his arms off.
I got to meet and confront my own father. And now looks like I get to die with him.
Oh.
I'm your son, Harrison. Nice to finally meet you. And that's where I want to call this session. With Harrison forced to make a life or death decision between two people, one of whom he just found out is his own son.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like the opposite plot twist from Empire Strikes Back.
Ha!
But yeah, what'd you think of the session, Jack?
That was pretty good.
Yep. Glad we were able to finally check back in on Harrison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would kill his son to get out. But I'm probably just gonna chop off an arm.
Okay, so this session is actually going to run immediately after Ray's session, introducing her character, Princess Viespe.
Viespe.
Yep. And the funny thing is that the nickname of Captain formerly known as Major, that's a reference to Prince, the musician formerly known as Prince. I was going to have the original gag be that he was also Princess Viespe's child, but Ray said that wouldn't really work out with her character. I just think that would have been awesome.
Oh,
Just like,
yeah.
plot twist, this guy's actually the crown prince to her dynasty, and he's about to kill his own dad.
So that's cool. Let's think.
But yeah, until next time, I've been your host and Dungeon Master, Drew, being joined by
Jack, also known as Harrison, and Jason in the main continuity.
Yep. And hopefully we'll be able to have another one of these sessions sometime soon. Bye.